Good morning, welcome to another video. As you can see, once again, I'm down the Avon. I'm taking advantage of this river being in wonderful condition. I don't know if you can see sort of olive green colour, pale olive green. We've got a couple of foot of visibility. It is clearing now, maybe 2.5 foot, something like that. So that sort of amount of clarity. Yeah, it looks good. I've come to a stretch I have fished before, but much further down. I'll park the other end this time, walk down, just to come and have a go really. We'll have a bit of a wander about. I'm travelling relatively light, so it's not going to be too much hassle moving. But I've got the keep net and stuff just in case, you know, we hit on a shoal of fish and then we can stick it out. Maggots and bread are going to be the baits today. Probably going to concentrate on maggots. If we're not doing any good, as I say, we'll have a wander up the stretch. Just going to float gear today. I've got me stick float and a waggler rod, a light stick float and a heavy stick float and a waggler rod. So just to cover every eventuality, because I didn't know what I was going to come upon. I think we'll have a go in here. I'll get down here, we'll start firing some maggots in and see how we get on. Now I've picked this swim, we are firm, because obviously we've got that bit of cover over there. It's a similar thing further down that we can run down to, which you possibly can't see from there. There may well be some chub hanging out under there. God, I have to be careful on here, it's a bit slippy. May well be some chub hanging about a bit further down. Those are my thoughts. Would love to be getting some roach. Kind of part of the reason for having a bit of a rove about today is that we might find some roach. We'll keep trickling these in as we get set up. Now, I'm 50-50 as to whether to fish the stick or the waggler. We'll try stick float for now, just as will be much easier to get the rod up and pick the line up. But it wouldn't surprise me if these chub didn't get on these maggots as they're sinking. But we'll see, we'll see. Looks a nice run, this does. So watch out for this weed down here. Well, we'll have a go. We'll see how we get on. We can always move. We'll give it half an hour. If nothing's happened, perhaps we'll have a move. Right, you come on, out the way. Let's get the stuff. And obviously, we're going to be trotting today. And the most important thing with this is feeding. Feeding and feeding and feeding. Not necessarily loads, but very, very frequently. The weather can't quite make its mind up at the moment. Mild one day, cold the next, mild the next, cold the next. Okay, so I'm going to guess it's about 6 foot in here. All I've got to cock this float, which is a Drake alloy stem stick float, all I've got to cock it is an Olivet. This is my heavy setup. I don't like using shot on the line on this setup. We'll put the Olivet a couple of foot from the hook. We'll have a run through. Looking forward to this. Really looking forward to this. Got a lovely still day again. It's been out quite a lot lately, just trying to make the most of this weather. It's absolutely wonderful. Right, it's going to be fun trying to get this out in here. I don't really like casting stick floats. I think we might have to give it a bit of an overhang swing. It's very tight either side, as I'm sure you can see. We're going to have to give it a swing overhead. This is why I might favour the waggler in here. We'll see what happens though. I just like being able to connect with the top of that stick float. I'm not seeing any signs of anything as of yet. What does worry me is all these weeds in the edge here. As and when we connect with something, chub have a tendency, don't they, of diving for the inside. So we just trickled the bottom then, I think. Float's just doing a... It tells me we're just tripping. We'll have a look though, we'll go a little bit deeper. That's just gone under. I think we found the bottom there. It seems to shallow up a bit over there. Oh, no, that looked like a bite. I'm going to shallow up a tiny bit. That did look like a bite then. It was dragging and it shot under. It did pop straight back up again. Smaller fish? There's sure to be some chub under there as well, under that big snag over there. And once again, as I say, I'm thinking chub and hoping for something else because, well, and chub of course, but the other species have been conspicuous by their absence in the last few videos. All right, is that a bite? It is. We're in. God, look at that. Oh, it's off. Well, he didn't feel massive, but a bite. Ah, frustrating. Well, we're clearly barking up the right tree. That one. But yeah, that was a bite. It wasn't particularly big. Hopefully, hasn't spooked everything in the shoal. Well, the good thing is, we know we're doing the right thing in the right place. Certainly for now, anyway. I think I need to move that across here a bit. That's a bite. We're in. Oh, blimey. This don't feel small. Well, no. Had a bit of a surge. Yeah, they're out there now. I think a shoal of chublets. This is what I thought was down there. Oh. Oh. So I'll sort it out in a minute. You almost have swung that one, but there you go. We're in. One in the bag. Fab. Only a little one, but it's a start. Once again, chub and cover are not far apart. Be nice to get a few bites. I mean, I don't particularly want to net full of sort of 4, 5, 6 ounce chub. If there's some bigger ones in and amongst them, that'll be good. Just nice to come at fish this method. Absolutely love fishing float. Do wish we could swing this out sideways. Not a chance. Beautiful colour, this river. Get asked quite often about river colour, and the situation is, if the river's too clear, generally the fish are quite cautious about being out and about because they can be seen by predators. So they tend to stick to the cover. And obviously if it's too coloured, it generally won't feed, and you certainly can't trot for them because they need to see the bait coming when you're trotting. So you need that nice balance of a colour where they're happy to be out and about, but they can still see the bait coming. I say the Goldilocks zone seems to be about 1.5 foot, 2 foot in this river. Maybe 2.5 that we've got at the moment, somewhere around there. Was that a bite or was that the bottom? Look, just half pulled under and then came back up. That's a bite. Yes. This is a better fish. Bit better. Bit bigger, I should say, not better. He's just trudging at the middle of the river. Good. That's exactly what we want. We do not want to be dragged into these reeds in the edge. He's no monster. Well, once again, it's all chub. Single maggot, size 20 hook, and it's all chub. That's a better fish. Bigger. I keep saying better fish. Bigger fish. There we are. Nice chublet. Decent sized chublet. Well, a net full of them with a few bigger ones interspersed would be absolutely wonderful. I think we've only been at it maybe 15, 20 minutes. This was saying about half an hour. Give it half an hour. Get a sign within half an hour. Happy to stick around. Sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you'll have a fish in 10 minutes and then you have nothing else. But I'll certainly be gone within half an hour, I think. 40 minutes if I've not had any signs at all. It's around about there. Clearly hang out under that tree. They're coming out for these maggots. There you go, look. So annoying, this tree behind. I could have a maggot pouch on instead of this really, but because I've brought the keep net with me, in case this happened, in case we got a swim going, that fits, the bait weighter fits in the stink bag easy enough. It's not very heavy, and it's just nice to have somewhere to put my rod as well when I'm feeding, because I'm stood up. It's not easy to feed with a catapult when you're stood up and holding the rod, and I can't. There we go. I can't do it left-handed like these match guys do. This feels a reasonable fish as well. There's clearly a number of them down there. This is wonderful. Wonderful. Oh, look at that, middle of the top lip. Gotcha. Cracking. We're all doing this today, the last few days. There we go. He's the biggest one of the day. He's £1.5, I should think. So nice to be able to do an enjoyable method and actually catch some fish as well. Now, if you want to see how I've set this trotting tackle up, I'll link you to a video up there, and down in the description you can see exactly how I set it up. And there we go. God, that's a long way down. That's a nice fish. Blimey. Like a chuck. Well, I can't complain at this. This is wonderful. This is nice because they're not massive fish. They're not beating me up, but I mean, they're getting bigger as well. And they are getting bigger. He's probably pushing £2. Be very interesting to see as well whether it's just a big gang of chub under there, or whether we do connect with any roach, dace and perch, which we've been doing in the summer when we're doing this sort of thing. This sort of thing does get you some other species. Be interesting to see if it does today. Conspicuous by their absence at the moment, the other species. That's a bite. There we go. God, that was a long way up the swim. I think these fish might be moving up now onto these maggots. Maybe time to get the waggler out. Oh, he's a nice fish. That's a cracker. Wonderful. It's a bit sketchy, this platform. How's about that? That's a cracker. Yeah, quite high up the swim, that one. It's worked sometimes as well. As I say, I've been feeding, running the float through with the feed. Sometimes don't feed and I'll run it through, and usually good for a bite because they're hunting and there's only one There's only one maggot there going through the swim. And they're really on it now. I think because there's numbers of fish in here as well, there's some competition, which is always good. Only a few of them down there, they can suss you out. Oh, that maggot looks a bit dodgy. Let's leave that one alone. Whereas when they're all competing with each other, they have to just grab it or miss out. We're definitely moved up at least 6 or 7 metres from where we started getting the bites. They're moving up on these maggots, it would seem. So it may be wise to get the waggler out. As I say, fish through the water. We've got some strung out shot on that. Be nicer to cast as well. I don't like casting a stick float like this, but every sort of 10 casts, it's just wrapping up and I'm wasting a run through because of just that olivette on there. It just acts as a bit of a pendulum. Oh, that was a bite. There we go. Just to check the float, it dipped. Just as I was mending the line, I saw it dip. It went again, and then under it went. Again, this feels another nice fish. I mean, it's not a beast, but great scrap in this flow. They're not chublets. Come on, stay out of that. Stay out of that. Desperate to get in the edge up. Desperate to get in the reeds. Oh, God, he's done it as well. But unfortunately for you, matey, we can reach you there. It's another nice fish. Wow. Probably fish of the day. He's £3 if he's an ounce. Very, very deep body. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Real good winter condition as well. More about catching the river right, really. Perfect conditions for trotting. There's no issues with line control because of any wind. The river is absolutely bang on, clearly. We had a mild night last night, which certainly helps, I'm sure. Just shows you've done it as well. I know we're in the middle of January, but all chub. I mean, really, in the summer we'd be getting roach, dace, minnows, bleak, perch, even barbel possibly. At the moment it is chub, chub, chub. Do love chub though. Certainly love catching them. Love the method you can use to catch them. There we go. That's quite close to that cover. Again, it's not a small fish. This could be biggest fish of the day. I'm just trying not to get him in too quickly. I don't want him diving in here. We could possibly go around and get him, but I don't really want to. If we can avoid it. That's it, he's gone back out in the river now. Wow, this is wonderful. And judging by the size of his mouth, he's the biggest one of the day. Yeah, I think so. The size of the landing net, the diameter of the net. Oh yeah, that's a cracker. Well, this one warrants a closer look. He's a cracker. Certainly an upper 3. How's about that? Absolutely fantastic. And what a method to catch them on. Wonderful. Okay. Sparrow hook? It is a sparrow hook. Pretty sure. Looked like a bit like a kestrel. It's much too big to be a kestrel. Did a little swoop into the tree as well. Wasn't after anything, I don't think. Again, bites by that tree, which is not why I've not changed to the waggler. It's worth saying, I mean, I don't know how the video will end up, but it's worth saying I am frequently resting this swim. If it goes a bit quiet, I'll feed perhaps for a few minutes before I run through again. I'm not thrashing the water to a foam. Pick a fish off, feed for a bit. There we go. Oh, this is a tiddler. Just give him the confidence to come back out again. This is a small one. Come on, don't be splashing like that, Mr. Pike will get you. Again, still a chub. I think it's quite important as well when you're trotting, if you've got a cast like this, not casting on top of the fish. Quite noticeable in here. It's half the reason I picked this peg, is we could cast here, there's sea chub around there, perhaps I'll follow the maggots down. We're getting all our bites 20 metres downstream from where we're casting. Disturbance here, and then obviously getting bites down there. Right, get nice and tight to that, but without, there we go, that was a dip. There we go. Got you this time, didn't I? Oh, this is not a little one either. Wow. We are catching some fish today. Blimey. Another lovely fish. God. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, maggot just hanging out of his mouth. Oh, it's another lump. Not quite as big as that last one, but he's a 3-pounder. Wow. Certainly is. He's a good 3-pounder. Actually, he's about the same size as that last one. That's clonking fish. Absolutely wonderful. Oh, God. My back knows we've been catching a few fish. Oh, blimey. Oh. I'm glad I came out. I was umming and ahhing. It was just because it was so perfect, I had to. Right, stopped letting it run much past that tree now, because I don't want to haul any fish right the way back through the swim. I'll give it a couple of minutes. There we go. Well, the tree again. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. We've certainly found some fish today. Again, I'm not breaking my neck to get him in quick. I want to stay out there. Hello, you. If I'm a fish, you come and have a look, don't you? There's no way this is anything other than a chub. And as I say, judging by the size of the mouth, it's a good one. Come on, give yourself up. That's another cracker, absolute cracker. God, we've found some fish today. We really have. He's knocking on the door of £4, certainly. Let's have a look. Yeah, I can hardly get my hands around him. I'm gonna have to hold him up. I've got the net here, so he's safe if he flips. He's all but £4, I would say. All but. What a session, what a swim. Run direct into this, Tess. You're absolutely filthy. Look at the state of this dog. Minging. I'm going to be in so much trouble when I get back. As I say, hand on heart, I've never fished this swim before. Never set eyes on it. Got no information on it. There's no peg numbers or anything. I don't know what it is. I just walked down and saw that tree and thought there might be some chub under there, and there might be some chub under there. After we've had a few days of trying to catch some other species and failing dismally, I sort of today thought, right, I'm going to have a go for some chub. Oh! Yeah, I have more of a chub focus session, but also, like I say, fish maggots, so we may well catch some other species. But chub all the way. We certainly can't complain. We're having a cracking catch. Back on the chublets again. Kind of go full circle. We've caught loads of little ones, and we caught some bigger ones. Now we're back on the chublets. I think. I'm guessing it's a chublet. It is. Nearly fooled me into thinking it's a roach again. Right, we're back in business. I spent 5 minutes extracting the gear from this hawthorn tree next to me. I struck it. The line got tangled in there, hooked on one of the spikes, and it's drawn blood, but we're back in business. Not a problem, no sense, no feeling. Right, so as soon as that good 5 minutes rest, probably closer to 10, we pruned the bush a bit as well. Oh, we're in. Didn't have a bite. Nothing at all. If I let him move, I was just bringing it back. Feels like another nice fish. He must have just took that as I decided to bring it back. I say I'm letting it run just beyond that cover you can see. And no more, because I don't want to be dragging fish back past. And I was literally, well, I did. I didn't see a bite. I just started to bring it back, and we're in. Bit of fortune. I'll take it. Come on, stay out there. Stay out, stay out. Do not kite it. Don't kite in. No, 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 no. Oh no, he's skirting the edge. I think we're in trouble here. We're gonna have to go and get him, I think. If we can get him out. It's the first one that's done that. Right, what I'm gonna do is go around here with the landing net and extract him. He's the first one that's done that. This is a bit sketchy. I can see where he is. Getting down here is going to be fun. Hopefully we're on solid ground. There we go. We've moved him. Oh, he's a cracker. You probably can't see me. You can probably see the landing net. Come on, he's a cracker. Got him. Nice try, matey. I'm a bit out of breath, but it's about that. First one that's tried to get us in there. I knew it was going to happen sooner or later. Fortunately, there was a way around. Well, there is now anyway. I'm amazed how well we're doing. We've had about 3¼ hours at it now. We've had some cracking fish. Well, I've been, as I say, I've been resting it somewhat as well. I've not been hammering it. I think it's certainly doing us some favours. Noticeable that all the bigger fish have come from by that cover there. Clearly a group of them under there. Not wanting to be out and about in the middle of the day. Well, it has slowed up somewhat. We're not getting the bites we were getting. We're getting pretty much a bite a run through at one point. Certainly not anymore. But we are catching some lovely fish with the odd chublet mixed in. We've probably had the best of it, but you never know, do you? That's the thing. You feed me a swim for 3 hours, you never know. I'll pull a 6-pounder out in a minute.
Yeah, it's good to get a bit familiar with the really.
All right. What was I saying? I made mix. Just left me a message. Just listening to it. This feels a real nice fish. It's just holding there. Can't do a lot with it at the moment. It's kiting towards that far side. They're not fighting hard today, these fish. But you wouldn't expect that when the water's 5 or 6 degrees, I guess. Just really heavy. Plodding. This feels a real nice fish. This is a chub, it's really nice. And if it's not, it's a barbel. I'll be amazed if it's a barbel. When it's a chub, it feels like an absolute beast. It is a beast. That's a tank. Oh, he's a tank. That's huge. Absolutely huge. We'll give him a sec and then we'll we'll perhaps weigh that one and then get his breath back. Well, we've just put a number on him. He's a very, very honest £4, 15 ounces. Absolute tank. That's wonderful. What a session. And I was going to go home. I don't think we're going home yet. It's the best session I've had down here for a very long time. And to be honest, to do it in a swim you've never fished before. Mick with a... I just told him it was 4.15. All right. There we go. This is just, the sport is just crazy. For the middle of January, it's just the conditions. The river is absolutely bang on. Come on. A juvenile one. This colour is just beautiful. As I said before, it's clear enough that they can see these maggots coming. And it's coloured enough for them to not be too concerned about being out and about. They're not tucked right away under all these bushes. He's the first one that we've had that's absolutely full of maggots. Oh, I waited for a second then as well. Went under, I waited, and I still missed it. Probably noticed as well, I've started to cast more downstream because we get nothing up here at all. We might as well get to the bite zone a bit quicker. There we go. Finally connected. He's no monster. Come on, go out into the river. I think we can get him past. Come on. him past quick, otherwise he's going to make a beeline for those reeds. Yeah, there we go. Look, come on, out. A spirited youngster. Crack in. No monster, but there's the future right there. Right, this is my very, very, very last cast. It's about my 5th last cast, but it's definitely my last cast. Just enjoying doing this, but the pot's dried up. We get the odd really, really rapid half pull under of the float. Whether it's big fish being really cagey or little ones, I don't know. But you know, I've not had a fish for 45 minutes. Nothing big for over an hour. Well, big of any size for over an hour. I just used up all my old maggots in the hope that perhaps we could winkle out another fish, but it's not to be. I certainly can't complain. We've had an absolutely epic day. I don't use that word very often, but it has been epic. Right, we'll have a quick look at what we've caught. I'm not going to haul these fish at the bank or anything. It's a bit tight down here. Hopefully you can see. Hopefully we can have a look at this absolutely wonderful catch. Again, all chub. I mean, what a net of chub. Let's have a look at them. There they are, look. God blimey. There's some weight in that. Wow, what a net of fish. All I can say is, wow, it's the middle of January and we've just come for a wander, fished a swim that, hand on heart, I've never even seen a swim before, to be honest. I've never even looked down here. Walked past a few times, walking the dog. Never really took much notice of these middle stretches. I'm a bit speechless, can you tell? Absolutely wonderful. But it shows you what can happen when you get the right swim, the right conditions, the right weather. Absolutely wonderful. As I say, for the middle of January, that's absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's a very rough guess. I would say we've had, quick mental arithmetic, you probably had 30 pound of fish getting on for. So I certainly can't complain at that. I would say I'm out of breath lifting them up. Don't know if that speaks about the fish or my fitness. Anyway, I'm waffling. Time to go home. Now, I'm going to get out again in a few days' time. I can't get out for the next couple of days, but we'll be out in a few days' time to do a bit more, see what the Avon's like, see what the smaller rivers are like, and decide from there what we're going to do. But for now, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that half as much as I did. That has been absolutely epic. Tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your fantastic support. Thanks to those people who've made a donation through buymeacoffee.com, and I'll see you again very soon.